Hello everyone, welcome to Soul Horizons Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for the sign of Capricorn. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. If it does not sound familiar, if it does not fit your situation, then it is not your story. This is going to be regarding the person most on your mind, whether you're in a relationship with them or not. I'm already pre-shuffled, so we're just going to cut and start. To readjust the camera. Let me know in the comments if this does resonate, or if you enjoyed this. Feel free to like, share, comment, or subscribe. We're going to get this started though. Make sure this is all in frame. Good to go. Alright, and we're going to do the same one with the first clarifier. The rest I'll shuffle. Sorry if you hear any background noise. Alright. Those I'm going to leave like this. Okay. So, this over here is your person side, and this over here is your side, or the person most on your mind. And we're going to start on their end for what is their current energy situation. So right now they're the King of Cups. Now you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, specifically a Scorpio, does not have to be. They could be in their feelings, but we'll have to see. Okay, they're open to a new beginning. Now whether that's a relationship, or a new opportunity in business, in career-wise. Again, we'll clarify that as well. It's actually getting on my nerves a little bit. Alright, so let's see what's going on for your person. One deck. So some kind of opportunity that they are receptive to, they're open for. They may be starting a new business, they may be pursuing a new potential opportunity for growth in some area of their life. They may have, I can't say that. They may have just started a new commitment to something or someone. Tell me one more with the Page of, or the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups, please. One more with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups for this person's current energy situation. Alright, we'll do 3 shuffles. That's 1. 2. 3. King of Cups, or excuse me, Knight of Cups. So very well could be a water sign. But regardless of their sign, it looks like they are making some kind of offer. It doesn't necessarily have to be towards you. It could be to someone or something else. They are reaching out or communicating a desire, a want, a need. They're being very expressive, sincere, genuine about whatever this is that they're hoping to achieve with that Ace of Pentacles. We're going to clarify to see what that is. Let me see what's going on with that King of Cups. Tell me about that King of Cups. Okay, High Priestess. Could be Pisces, Cancer. Very strong water there. They're going after what they really want, like something that they feel is intuitive, that they intuitively feel is the right direction. They're listening to their inner wisdom, their intuition, their it's like a deeper purpose or a deeper knowledge. Basically, the main thing I'm seeing so far here is they're following their heart. They're listening to their heart because they feel like it's leading them in the correct direction, like in the direction they were always meant to go. It's a must. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, please. Why is that here? What does it represent? What is this new potential opportunity? That is way too much. We did have one that flipped. So we have the Four of Cups. It could be something that they had put off previously. They're not allowing fear or disbelief or doubt stop them anymore from pursuing or from accepting what this Ace of Pentacles represents. The Ace of Pentacles talks about something new, fresh, but the Pentacle, that music is not in any way calming. Pentacles talk about time, long-term commitment, future, prosperity, abundance. Either it's something that they had denied themselves or denied in the past. They lost faith in it. They are no longer doing that, and they are following the calling. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. What is that about? I mean, it's about expressing something. Tell me about that Knight of Cups, please, for this person's current energy situation. What's going on with that Knight of Cups? One, two, three. Seven of Cups. Okay, with that Seven of Cups, that usually talks about confusion or not having a clear goal in mind because things are too foggy, or there's too much unknown. There's too many variables. But that's not the feeling I get from this is more like they don't know where this is going to lead them. They don't know all the answers. They don't have all the facts, but that's not stopping them. I think it did in the past, but now they're allowing their heart or their feelings or their gut instinct to guide them towards something. I'm not entirely sure. It could be a career choice. Maybe they're listening to the wisdom of others. Sometimes the High Priestess can talk about a guide, a healer, a counselor. Maybe they're finally pursuing a career as a healer themselves, a spiritual leader, guru, something like that. The Three of Cups just came out. They could be wanting to reconcile something. Sometimes the Three of Cups can talk about, reconciliation. There's a lot of cups here. So this is all about feelings, emotion, intuition, possibly creativity. But they're not letting this, whatever this Seven of Cups was to them in the past, the reason that they shunned it or put it off or held back, they're no longer allowing that to keep them from expressing something here. Whether that's to you or just chasing a dream, following their instinct. So it looks like they're in a good position, especially with being very open, sincere, loving. It doesn't necessarily mean towards you, but we'll see what's going on here. On your end, you have the Magician. That is Gemini. Also Virgo, but mainly Gemini. It does represent Mercury. So something that you are planning or creating or manifesting with the Six of Swords. So you are creating a change for yourself. It could involve leaving something behind, separating yourself, especially either communication or you're mentally distancing yourself from something or someone. You may be moving or traveling, clearing out space, seeking harmony, peace after a period of time where there was none. Tell me one more with the Six of Swords and the Magician. This almost feels like a spring cleaning thing. Tell me more. Tell me more about that Six of Swords and the Magician for Capricorn. Thank you. Ooh, Tower. Okay, yeah. That's Scorpio, Aries. Major shifts, major transition. Possibly something that is either happening to you or you're creating significant, maybe even permanent change. You could be separating yourself from individuals or environments that were causing you a lot of pain, stress. That's what the Six of Swords is about. It's about separating ourselves from the thing that's hurting us. Let's see what that Magician is about. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We just had the Queen of Swords flip. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Mainly Libra, but does not have to be. Tell me about... Okay. Okay, so that was the card that was meant to come out. The Queen of Swords. I usually don't take it till I ask, but... So yeah, you're making some decisions here. You could be cutting people out. You could be releasing people or things from your environment, from your life. You're taking kind of a pretty drastic new direction, or maybe this could be happening to you. You're reacting to external things that are happening to you. But the whole purpose behind it is to separate you from whatever it was that was causing conflict, whether internally or externally. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again. So tell me, you're making some decisions here, or maybe you're pointing something out, you're laying down the facts to yourself or to others. You're addressing, or confronting, or you're resolving something in a way that's like point blank period. Tell me about that Six of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent? You're either clearing out the old to bring in new, or this is happening to you. Tell me about that 6. We did just come out of Mercury retrograde. Tell me about that 6 of Swords. Why is that here? What does it represent, please, for Capricorn's current energy situation? 1, 2, 3. Queen of Pentacles. Alright, some of you could be separating from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe a mother or a mother maternal type person. Does not have to be your mom, but they could have like those qualities. Maybe a sister, maybe an aunt. It doesn't have to be a woman, but this is feminine energy. It could be the expectation, though, of you being someone's mother. Like you're no longer nurturing something. It does not have to be a person. You could be walking away or distancing yourself from a situation that you had been nurturing, you had been growing, you had been working towards. Some of you could be leaving a job. I think it's creating quite a stir. Because the Tower represents great, powerful changes, transformation, endings. It can talk about things done suddenly or out of the blue, unexpectedly. You could be behaving quite unexpectedly or out of character. Or it's just, again, something external. Tell me about the Tower. What's that Tower about? Of course, it could be, obviously, this is a general reading. It's different for everyone. And not everyone will resonate. Okay. Stress. There's stress and anxiety and maybe some sleepless nights surrounding this. Change. It's brought on quite a bit of mental activity, but not in a good way. Sometimes, I don't know why this just popped in my head. And then it's immediately gone again. Wow. It was just like there and then gone. Like it's pushing you to a breaking point. Like you're hitting your limit. Or you've hit your limit. Why the Tower happened is because something had to change. It was causing you a great deal of stress. Again, we get the, similar to that Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. So this could be about a mother. It could be you are a mother or a parent. It could be a female boss. Again, the gender does not matter. Could be job, something that you've worked hard to establish yourself in. It could be even a marriage. She is the wife. Yeah, the thing that that's sticking in my head is you hit a breaking point, or you're in the middle of being pushed to the edge, and this is how you're reacting to it. Alright. You're not being idle with this. You may have been pushed into a position where you had to react, where you had to confront this. You had no choice. Alright, moving on to the biggest challenge or obstacle between you and the person most on your mind is the Death card. That is Scorpio energy. I don't know why I moved it. It's pretty much where. Scorpio energy. We also have Pisces energy there with the Hanged Man. So yeah, for between the two of you, there has been some stagnation or lack of anything happening. You've been stuck in limbo with this person. There's not been a lot of progress or movement. And with the Death card, this can mean a complete end, or it can talk about a rebirth. We'll have to see, but it does very much feel like there's finality here. Something broke. Okay, so I'm going back to that, the straw that broke the camel's back, that something shifted in a big way because nothing was happening. Tell me one more with the Hangman. It could be based on somebody's inactivity. They weren't present. Tell me one more with the Hangman or Death. I don't know why I say war. Hangman and Death for the biggest challenge or obstacle between Capricorn and this person. Tell me one more. 1, 2, 3. High Priestess again. Okay, 3 major arcana, so this is significant. It could have been going on for a long time, or this had been a long time coming. Yeah, there's a feeling of something that maybe both of you had been avoiding, procrastinating, but it can no longer be avoided here. Tell me about death. This could be, very well could be the death of something. Literal or figurative, it's an end, it's a major change. Similar to that tower, but the tower is more like, oops, sudden. Death can take its time. The moon, oh boy, 4 major arcana. Okay, there could be an element of things like underneath the surface that bubbled up. The bubble burst here. Something happened and forced. There could have been secrets, there could have been things that were hidden or unknown. No. Tell me about that Hangman. What is that here? What does it represent? Tell me about that Hangman. Okay. Let's try, yeah. Okay, so there was just a lack of progress, a lack of movement, a lack of maybe effort. And this had been building up. It was a slow, because the Knight of Pentacles. We have Cancer here. We have Pisces, Cancer and Pisces. We've got Scorpio. We've got more Pisces. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something was, the process of death was slow. But it is here now. Or maybe it already happened, but it took time for this to happen. Tell me why is the High Priestess here? What does she represent? Why is the High Priestess here? What does she represent for the biggest challenge and obstacle? Tell me about the High Priestess, please. 1, 2, 3, 8 of Wands. Yeah, the only way to get out of the stagnation, the only way to escape the inactivity here was for something major to happen. Major ending, major transformation, major transition. One of you could be the one that's going through this death period. And, you know, this person has something new going on, you're creating, or you are going through something with that tower. It could be either one of you, or maybe it's the both of you. You're both going through these internal or external major changes, major endings. And this, like, forced the process that was slowly over time coming to a head. I will say, with 4 majors coming out here, this is not, it's not like a minor setback. It's very prominent, it's very loud, and it could be very long-term, or have long-term consequences or repercussions. It was not insignificant by any stretch of the imagination. So death is a pretty serious challenge or obstacle. There's, between the two of you, or on one end or the other, there's huge change. Massive. Alright, so let's see how this person sees you. They see you, their perspective of you, whether it's true or not, is the Hermit. That's Virgo energy and Judgment. Okay, so they see you pulling away, maybe withdrawing, maybe going silent, if you like stopped communicating with them, or you just internally withdrew for whatever reason. Usually the Hermit he goes within to seek wisdom, seek answers, but that process means pulling back away from others, going within. It is a card of deep introspection. And with the Judgment, this either means that they know that it's something that you needed to do, or it was a judgment that you made. We'll clarify. Let's see what else. Again, 2 majors so far. Tell me one more with Judgment and the Hermit for how this person sees Capricorn. One more. Or how this person views Capricorn. 3 shuffles after this one. 1, 2. Okay, 3. So we had the Emperor come out, and now the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the Magician. So they see you as kind of taking charge, in a sense that you're calling the shots. And you're calling the shots by withdrawing from them. They understand that you're creating, they see that, they acknowledge that you're creating something, or you're managing something, or you're using everything at your disposal to do something, to take action, to take charge. But with that, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, that means that they perceive you as not having feelings. Like, you no longer have feelings for them, you don't love them, or you have no space for them in your heart or in your, in whatever you're doing. There's a lack of love from their perspective. That might not be true, but that's what they see. Tell me about the Hermit. Tell me about the Hermit for how they view Capricorn. That's Aries, Gemini, no, that's too many. As well as Scorpio. Tell me one more for the Hermit. 1, 2, and 3. Justice. Libra energy there. More majors. That is 5 majors now. Okay, so you're making the decision. It could be that you've decided to divorce this person. If you're married, if you're not married, then you are making the decision that is best for you. But I also see, especially with these two cards, your approach is that they see you as like the ball is in your court, and they really don't have a say-so. It's almost like they see themselves as an outsider looking in. It's not unapproachable, but in a way it is. Like you're unapproachable, like, or you're unreachable. Yeah, you're going through a hard time, or luck is not on your side, or maybe they don't like the decisions that you're making because they're unlucky for them. They're bad for them. It could be with the Emperor being there that they think that you're being kind of selfish, in the sense that the Emperor has total dominion. It's a very, very masculine, assertive, dominant. Tell me about the Judgment. Tell me about Judgment for how this person sees Cap, okay? That came out in the challenge position, almost, yeah. This tried to come out in a challenge position, so, yeah, they may think that what you're doing is unfair to them, but they also feel like they have no control, or they have no power, or they have no, their input is not wanted. You're making decisions without them, or you're making moves without including them. You may be making necessary and justifiable decisions or actions, taking actions, but it's like you're unapproachable to them. Possibly because you are going through something and maybe they don't want to interfere, or maybe they just don't feel welcome. They definitely, as with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, they don't feel like they're welcome. So yeah, with the Hermit there, they see you as off on your own, doing your own thing, maybe uncommunicative, distant. So let's look at how they, or you see them, excuse me, the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get confused on that. On the Wheel of Fortune, I think that's just the wheel. I hate when they change the name of the cards for certain decks. You see them as an active. You see them as not making any moves. As a person that's that just stands on the crossroads. I'm getting an energy of inconsistent, changeable. Let's see. Tell me more. Tell me more, please, with the Two of Wands and the Wheel. Tell me more. This person could be at a distance to you, but it feels more like blocked. They're blocked, not like literally. You may have blocked them, you may have ghosted them, but you see them as not taking any action, like inactive. Tell me one more with the Two of Wands and the Wheel, please. 1. 2. And 3. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you may see them as defensive too. I want to see why that wheel's there. That's... Maybe you see them as just too different, like you're on different paths, you're on maybe your upbringing, your could be just significant differences between the two of you. Tell me about the wheel. Why is that here? What does that represent for how Capricorn sees this person? Maybe there's an age difference, or difference in like values, ethnicity. Cultural differences. Tell me about the wheel. 1, 2, and 3. 6 of Swords, yeah. 1 second, I'm gonna restart. Cancel. Oy. Okay. They very well could be at a distance to you. If it's not a physical distance, it could be an emotional or mental distance. Like you guys are not on the same page, you're not on the same playing field. And you see them as not taking any action to resolve that, to change that. I don't want to say you see them as useless, but there's that energy there of like, I can't rely on you, I can't count on you. It almost feels like that wheel there is for you. It's like you need them to show up, but they don't. Again, this is your perspective. It may or may not be true, but this is how you view. It could also be that, like I said, there's either distance between the two of you. Maybe you have to travel to see one another. But there's not a lot of movement. From your perspective, they're not making a lot of effort. They're not putting in effort. And maybe they get defensive about it, or they stand their ground, they don't compromise, or they don't back down from their hill. Tell me about that Two of Wands. No? Okay. Tell me about that Two of Wands. Why is that here for how Capricorn sees this person? Okay. Empress. Okay, for some of you, you could see them as they're either already in a relationship, like maybe they're married, or they're devoted to something else, but not to you. They're devoted to their job, their family, maybe even themselves. But when it comes to you, they don't put in effort, or they just stand there. Yeah, I'm getting this energy of it's like pulling teeth to get this person to act or to react even. Tell me about that Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like they're devoted to something else. Maybe something that they find important. They haven't made you a priority. They haven't made you feel like you're a priority. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they give you mixed messages, or they're back and forth, in and out. Inconsistent. They're holding on to something they won't let go of, or they don't have their priorities in order, or they don't make you a priority. They just allow time to slip by. And that makes sense, because the biggest challenge or obstacle over here, we had the Knight of Pentacles, or the Hangman with the Knight of Pentacles, meaning no movement. Or if there is any movement, it's so little or so small or so slow that it's almost imperceptible. Feels like a passage of time. I think you waited for this person to show up, and they dropped the ball. And with the Wheel there too, sometimes I can talk about as a person, somebody that is kind of stuck in their ways, unchanging. Now it can mean change, because it's the Wheel of the Year, so seasons change, but that's not what I'm picking up on. It's more like seasons are also unchangeable. You know what I'm trying to get across. It's one thing always follows the next. There's never any spontaneity. It's just the same over and over and over again. Yes, cyclical, but it's different for a person. Alright, how they feel about you. The Sun. Very good. The Wheel is Capricorn, by the way. That's very good for how they feel about you so far. Okay. King of Pentacles. So the Sun is about happiness, joy. There's a youthfulness there to the Sun. Positive. They could see you as feel very positively about you. It's not how they see you, it's how they feel about you. So they could have very positive feelings. You make them happy. Or you bring a lot of light to their life. You also feel that you're reliable, consistent, determined. Tell me more. Whether you're male or female, the King of Pentacles would be someone that you would want to marry. Because they are devoted, they are dedicated, they are determined, and they don't give up easily. They're also the provider. Tell me one more. With the King of Pentacles and the Sun, that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, mainly Taurus, but Leo, we don't really count the signs here, but tell me one more for how this person feels. What are their feelings for Capricorn? They could also feel rather devoted towards you. The King of Pentacles, we'll clarify, but the King of Pentacles can also have a bit of like, I want to say possessive, but that's not quite the right word. Like, this is a thing that is mine. The Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, but also Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, their feelings for you are strong and steady. They are unchanging, a little bit persistent and relentless, but they're slow. The Sun being there, it's almost like you just make sense, or this connection just makes sense to them. That's why they're so devoted towards you. Their feelings are, they may be inconsistent, but their feelings are not. And maybe it took them a long time to get to feeling, to where they are as far as how they feel about you. Tell me about the Sun. The Knight of Pentacles is so slow because he's consistent. He's persistent. But he also takes his time in making decisions. We have the Eight of Wands come out there. So they do have a lot of passion. Tell me more. Tell me about the Sun. 1, 2. Yeah. They feel, what is that word? Because I'm getting it again here. It's almost like ownership, like you belong to them. There's a certain level of pride. But with both of these cards, there's also a sense of like, yes, that it is steady, okay? And we have very much husband right here. Like they see something worth investing in long term. But there's also a sense of like you belong to me. Tell me about that King of Pentacles, their feelings for Capricorn. Okay. Yeah. Ten of Wands. Whatever hardships or whatever setbacks or whatever challenges, obstacles, they feel devoted, dedicated, determined. I just don't know why it's not showing up on how you see them. You see them as an active, not stepping up. However, their feelings for you is that you're worth fighting for. you might be, or the relationship might be quite challenging. Even if you've never been in a relationship with this person, they understand there's some challenges that come with it, and it could be distance, it could be logistical things like schedule and work, or work schedule and life. But with the Ten of Wands, excuse me, this is somebody that would work, that would give their all, because they know the end result is worth the effort. Tell me about that Knight of Pentacles. I think I'm looking at two people who have different love languages. Where they're slower than you. Tell me one more with that Knight of Pentacles. Tell me about that Knight. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, they see you as a partner. They see you as like you would work well together. There would be cooperation, collaboration. You'd make a good team, especially with all these like work cards. Maybe they see you as a good partner to build something with, like a power couple. It's very practical. I don't like that we don't have cups here. They see the practicality of what the relationship would be. We do have the Sun, so that's the upside. But there are no cups. Maybe cups to them are not as important. That's feelings, emotions. This is almost like a business partnership, or an arranged marriage, or like co-parenting, raising children, starting a family, but love does not have to be involved from this person's perspective, at least towards you. Maybe they see you as more of somebody that they would enjoy working with, as opposed to having actual feelings for. Like, they see you more like a family member or a co-worker. I'm not saying that's the case, but we are missing the cups. It's a very practical, logical approach to how someone would feel. But they do, there's joy here. At least they enjoy your presence. You, on the other hand, do have cups towards them. You have the Page of Cups. And I can flip that around. Oh, okay. Aye. Five of Swords. You have anger. You're angry at this person. You're angry. Let's see why. Why am I doing this? Wrong deck. Alright, tell me one more with the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups. Excuse me. Tell me one more with the Five of Swords and the... Okay. There it is again. Oh my gosh, the World. That's your card again, Capricorn. I mean, it's all the fixed signs. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. Oh my god, Scorpio. Sorry. I was holding my breath to make, hopefully, hiccups. Usually works for me. Tell me about that page of cups. 3 shuffles. 1, two, and 3. Alright, so that is the Wheel of Fortune. I got the World here. My bad. I should know that because the World doesn't. I mean, it has. Just ignore me. I know what I'm doing. I had a mental hiccup. Alright, but it doesn't take away from the meaning. Because that can still represent a cycle. Anyway, and I believe in this deck that's what it talks about. Anyway, the World. With the World, I think like your feelings are changing, but they're not evolving from a page into a knight or a queen or a king. They're not growing, they're just changing. You did have feelings, or you do have feelings, but they're very limited. It's almost like the Page of Cups could represent like the first stages of puppy love or crush, or we're beginning to feel the stirrings of, you know, I like this person. But because that anger card is showing up and how you see them, I think that's starting to shift. So let's look at that. And also, you know, things are going on for you from up here, that things are changing anyway. And I think that might be changing your perspective. But I think you're running out of patience as well. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Why is that here for their feelings, for Capricorn's feelings towards this person? That's too many. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Why is it here? What does it represent? 1, 2, and 3. Knight of Pentacles again. 3rd time. Yeah, you're angry at their how slow they are, how long you've had to wait. The lack of movement, the inactivity. Maybe the time that's passed. I think you're just running out of patience with this person. You're getting fed up with their approach. It's either like you see it as lazy or unmotivated. Tell me about the World. Why is that here? Why is the World here for Capricorn's feelings towards this person? It's almost like I'm changing, things around me are changing. The only thing that isn't changing is this person. But I'm not accepting them as they are because it's not keeping up with me. I'm having to wait, stand still. Tell me about the World. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I feel like you're getting fed up. Ace of Cups. Yeah. It feels like you do care for them. If you don't outright love them, you have feelings. You have deep feelings for them. You care for them at the lowest. This can represent that you do love them. We are at the page though. So it feels like not much has moved from there. Like they haven't given you the opportunity, or they haven't shown up for you so that it can evolve from there. For some of you, you could be waiting on this, like you've been dating for a while, or you have, like, you've been knowing, and they've been knowing, that you have these feelings. Like, for instance, as an example, this could be somebody that, like, you've been waiting on a proposal, or you've been waiting to take it to the next level, and yet they are perfectly comfortable with the pace that it's going. And you're getting fed up, you're getting very frustrated. It may have even, you know, sparked some arguments or some choice words. I think your feelings are changing, but not in a positive way. You do have feelings, though. I almost like yours better, because we have a clear sense that yes, you do have feelings. You care for this person. You love this person. On their end, it's more of a practical, okay, we work well as a team. Alright, their next action towards you. 8 of Pentacles. Right off the bat, I don't like it. And the Death card. One of two things. They're no longer putting in effort, or they're changing the way that they put in effort. We'll see. Tell me one more. Scorpio energy there. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio there. Tell me more about this person's next actions towards Capricorn, please. One more. That's an 8 of Pentacles. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And the 4 of Wands come out, and then the 7 of Cups. I'm sorry, I need to know about death. Why is that here? What does that represent? What does death mean? Is this like a complete ending, or is this changing? This change or end? What is that, death? 1, 2, and 3. It's interesting. So death is here for what's the challenge or obstacle. The High Priestess was underneath them and following their heart, following their intuition. And the 7 of Cups was also here, but I said that that wasn't the thing that was going to stop them. It had been in the past, but they weren't allowing it. Let me look at that 8. Let me look at that 8. Why is that 8 here? They're working towards, let's just say this, they're working towards building something stable and solid. Justice with Libra, we have Pisces, Scorpio. They're doing the right thing. It could involve a marriage, possibly a divorce. But they're doing the right thing. in their mind. This does say that they're going to be working towards building something solid. There's some uncertainty surrounding maybe how they'll do it, or maybe they don't have a clear plan on how they'll achieve it, but they're going to be working hard towards it. The first thing that caught my eye, though, was how they were inspecting, how she's inspecting the coin in the card. It's that same energy that was driving you crazy. I don't know why I'm pointing to the Hermit. It was driving you crazy about them because they're so slow. It's because they're a bit of a perfectionist. Or maybe they're OCD. They have to have things done in a certain way, or they're not happy with it. Which it makes sense for what I was picking up on. Both sides. How you see them and how they feel about you. This person doesn't rush. They take the slow, steady approach because in their mind that's the only way to do things right and to do things well. What I'm confused about is, does this mean that they're working towards something for themselves, or are they working towards something for the both of you in the future? They are following their intuition, and in their mind whatever they're working towards is the right thing, is the correct thing. It's just the Death card that's throwing me off. It's like, are they ending things with you so that they can focus more on work, or maybe investing in a home, or I mean, you could interpret this as getting legal advice, or if there is a divorce, it's about settlement, who gets what. So I guess the best way to figure out what this action specifically is, my first instinct is to say that they're going to be working towards something with you for the future. Something solid, something stable. But regardless of that, it almost feels like my knee-jerk reaction to this card was like, ugh, again? And I think that's how you'll perceive it, but we'll see. For some of you, it could go either way. Like, this is a general reading. So for some of you, they're ending things and they're working towards their own future. They're trying to build a home, they're trying to build a business, they're trying to build their life with more stability, safety, structure. But for others of you, this could be they're changing their approach. In their mind, they're going to work harder. But their sense of working harder doesn't speed up the process at all. It doesn't change the speed with which something is done. Alright, so your reaction, how you will receive this action that they take towards you. Okay, so yeah, my first instinct is correct. For at least some of you in the reading, this person is wanting to build something with you. And it might not, especially because the Eight of Pentacles is here, it might not be immediate. But they are showing up. And the Eight of Pentacles might be slow, but it is proof of work. So you're not going to see it as them being inactive or uninvolved. It's Gemini, very good that the Lovers is there. I like that so far. Clarifiers can always change shit though. Tell me one more with the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles for how Capricorn will feel about this action, react to it. Tell me one more with the Lovers and then, okay. Oh my goodness. Good. So this is actually something you can take seriously. An offer of long-term commitment. A solid offer. Could be a proposal. Or it could be like a vow, a promise to build something real and long-term. Look at that, on the bottom is the Ace of Pentacles on this deck. Let's look at that Ace of Pentacles. This is a real offer. Proof of purchase. It says it comes with receipts. You take it seriously because it shows up and it's in your hands. Like you can see it, touch it, smell it, taste it. It's not just words, it's real. Tell me about that Ace of Pentacles, please. 1, 2. Oh gosh. 3. I have no idea what that was. Okay. 3 and 10 of Cups. So this is what you've wanted all along from this person. You've wanted proof. Well, here it is. And you see it as King of Cups. That was them up there. You could very well be dealing with a water sign. Does not have to be. Signs do not matter. But this person is putting real effort. Your reaction, you're very happy. You're extremely happy. 10 of Pentacles. There is a touch of skepticism at first, I think, only because the King of Cups is here. This is your reaction to it. It's almost just like, are you going to show up this time? Or are you going to make me wait some more? But then you have the 3 and the 10 of Cups. That is emotional fulfillment, completion, and we have 2 10s here. We have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. 1. Okay. 6. Okay, you feel victory. And with the 5 or the 6 of Wands, it comes up to the 5, which this is a victory after a long battle. A long, tiresome, arduous, like, exhausting battle. Finally, we're getting the recognition that we feel we deserve. We're gaining victory. We've won. So you see this, yeah. So they're not ending things for the, at least for some of you. They're putting in real effort. And then, you know, maybe back there when I said they were moving too slow, maybe it wasn't just the fact that they were moving too slow. It's like you had no proof that anything was happening. Here, you have proof. You can see it. They're backing up their words with action. And they're coming with receipts. Alright, so outcome, probable outcome between the 2 of you. We have a working partnership, 3 of Pentacles. Cooperation, collaboration, and compromise. Oh gosh, what? And then we turn that 3 of Swords into the 3 of Pentacles. Oh dear. Tell me more. Tell me more. 3 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Tell me one more with probable outcome. Probable being probable, or probable being not definitive, because I cannot, tarot cannot dictate free will. You have free will. This person has free will. Tell me one more with a 3. of Swords and Three of Pentacles, please, for the probable outcome between... Okay, no, we have movement here. We have steady progress. I'm going to say right now it's not going to be instantaneous, it's not going to be quick, it's not going to be immediate, it's going to take some time. But we turn the pain, the sorrow, the loss, the grief, the heartache into a working relationship. And from that we build a relationship where there is give and take, there is reciprocity, there is a balance and compromise. If this said compromise before in order to make something work, you know, teamwork makes the dream work, you have to have compromise. This confirms that. Sometimes you take, sometimes you give. It's somebody once said it's never 50-50, or it's not always 50-50. Sometimes it's, 70-30. You're picking up the slack. Tell me about that Three of Swords. I think that's turning that into the Three of Pentacles. It's a real working connection. I would really like to see some cups here, but we'll see what comes out. Tell me about that Three of Swords. 1, 2, okay, 4, Aquarius, Aries, Pisces. I believe that's mainly Aquarius. What planet are you? Whatever. I think this is a chance worth taking, but you also may have needed this break here, because I think that's what that person is. That's their current energy situation. Is they're finally at a point where they are no longer allowing the uncertainty to stop them, and they're the ones that's going to take this leap of faith. You're going to have to take a leap of faith too, obviously, because they did cause you pain and disappointment. Tell me about that Three of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's almost like turning something from a dream into reality. And it was a rough start. It wasn't the smoothest transition. It didn't click. It didn't fall all into place at once. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles, please. Somebody does step up, though. Take charge. It's not the easiest. We did finally get some cups and we got the Star. It is in the challenge position, but I only see that as like we had to go through this in order to get out what we wanted. Somebody had to really step up here and kind of take the lead. And the Ten of Wands here with the Six of Pentacles, it makes sense because you have strength as the potential. I know we haven't clarified that yet. But strength it's physical, emotional, mental fortitude. And it's also about patience, compassion, being able to forgive, being able to moderate, self-moderate. I'm going to be honest and say this probably isn't going to be a relationship that is sponsored by Disney, in the sense that it's going to take a lot of effort on both parts to make it work, but it does work if you let it. Not just you, if this person too. I think they're very different from you. They're slower. And I don't get a great sense of you as a partner. But I think you're more of headstrong, like, you don't need a cattle prod to get you moving. It's almost like this person does. They need a jolt to really get them to go. But it's not because they're lazy or they don't put effort. It's just because they take their sweet time, because that's how they are. And it's going to take effort on both your parts, and it's going to take patience. It's not a gorgeous outcome in the sense that it's like your feelings about their action was prettier, but this is more realistic, if that makes any sense. It's not rainbow, gumdrop, sherbet, gummy bears, and every sweet thing that pops into my head. But it is realistic. And I think sometimes being able to count on someone is better than sometimes. Like, you kind of need a balance of all those things, but this person doesn't lack for dedication, determination. Alright, moving on. Last card. Real world, long-term, overall potential of the connection between the two of you. We have strength, and we have justice. So Libra and Leo. It's going to take, you're going to have to be present. In order to make this work, it's going to take a lot of patience. But I think the only reason this is even showing up is because you're both capable, very capable people. And this is a relationship that makes sense for the both of you. It's just one was a little late. One was running a little behind. Tell me one more. Justice and strength. Justice and strength. For the overall long-term, real-world potential between Capricorn and the person most on their mind. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. Chariot. Yeah, you will succeed here. As long as you keep yourself in check, you keep each other in check, you're patient. You balance each other out, you keep each other present, centered, accountable. 3 majors. You had a lot of majors in this reading. But we do finally find that balance, and we work together to move this chariot forward. Again, this isn't going to be roses and sunshine, but I like that better than seeing all just cups and wands. I like seeing this because this is a type of relationship that can stand the test of time. It's devotion. This is like the spread that you would see on a couple that would be married for 20, 30 plus years, grow old together, and come out of it saying, I'm a stronger person because of you. I'm more centered because of you. Tell me about that. This can't talk about marriage. And the Ten of Pentacles come out in the world. Yeah, possibly even financial success with one another. You could become a power couple, successful. You could have a family. Tell me about the Strength card. I think this is about the fortitude to make it work. As long as you show up. Not just you, them as well, but I say you as general. I think overall. Tell me about that. If this dies, if my camera goes out, let me know in the comments if this resonated. If you enjoyed this reading and want to see future content, please like, share, subscribe. This has actually turned out really well from how it started. It didn't look great. Alright, 3 shuffles. 1. Yeah. 2. You have to fight for one another. Fight not against each other, but with each other. Like, as far as, like, you're fighting, you're working together. As long as you can do that. As long as you show up. There may be times where you lose faith, or... I like this. I know it's not like a lot of readers will, you know, make a big deal about, you know, all the cups and the lovers and all that, but this is something that's actually really true to real life. There will be days where you want to give up, or you lose faith. And you start to get bored, and the tedium, the whatever. But as long as you, at the end of the day, you stand up with your person. And keep your eye on the prize. We will have that chariot. We will succeed. We will have success. We will move forward and progress in a meaningful way. Tell me about chariot. But I think you're both headstrong and stubborn enough to not give up. Chariot, please. 1, 2, and 3. We have the friendship. Like, you, not just you're just friends, but also the King of Cups. So there's our cups. Good. There's love. Mutual. And friendship in a relationship is important. So we get where they were struggling to be on the same playing field from your perspective, you are here. We'll balance those energies up. Very good reading. It went in a completely different direction than I thought it was going to go, but awesome. Capricorn, that is your reading. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe as you see fit. Thank you for everyone who stopped in or watched the full reading. You guys have a great rest of your great rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time.